Hey everybody, this is Kohdok here. Well, with the Oracle Think Tank deck about a week away from release, somebody asked me to kind of go over trading card games in general. Now, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that that is an incredibly daunting task. I mean, there have been literally hundreds of trading card games made. If I did a basic overview of them all, we'd be here all day. So, I think it might be better if I just kind of go over what goes into a card game and what has really been successful. Now, I'm going to assume that those of you out there know what a trading card game is. If you don't, Hasbro just put out a $10 pack with 2 starter decks in it for a game called Kai-Judo, which has some insanely easy rules to learn. Go out, buy it, play a few rounds, and come back. I'll wait. And we're back. Now, while you were out buying that $10 Kai-Judo pack, did you take a look at what other card games were on the TCG rack? Well, you probably saw the area dominated by 3 games: Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh!, along with a smattering of others. Now, let's take out the games that have been around for, less than 2 years. And what have we got left? Well, we got Naruto and the World of Warcraft card game, but those are nowhere near the level you see with Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. 3 games. And those 3 games are what define the entire industry in North America. All other trading card games wish they were Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering. Now, lots of other trading card games exist and have been made in the past. There are way more card games than any other media that tries to latch on to something popular, but why? Maybe I should give you an example. This is Kaor, a card from the card game Kohdok, which petered out a few years ago. Honestly, this card probably cost the company that makes it about a penny to make, even with the funny holofoil effect. However, if I had obtained this Kaor card when Kohdok was still new and big, I could have gone on eBay and sold this card for $100. Being able to make something for a penny, then turn around and sell it for $100 is the dream of every manufacturer ever, and that's why card games are considered appealing. TCGs are cheap to manufacture since they're basically ink and paper, and the success of Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Has produced a host of imitators hoping to cash in on the craze. In fact, such games can be divided into categories based on those 3 giants alone. You've got games like Magic, where you make the game, then put it out there and see how it does. Simple enough, but the thing is, Magic the Gathering already has a stranglehold in that market, and as a result, it's very difficult to break into it. My favorite cult classic game, Magi-Nation, managed to stay around for a while, and Legend of the Five Rings is still out there, I think. But these games are nowhere near as pervasive as Magic. The Pokemon card game came out during the peak of the Pokemon fad, using its connection to the popular series to get its start and managing to hang in there afterwards. Trading card games based on other works of media such as movies, TV shows, and video games are by far the most common kind, since they already have a recognizable brand name attached to them and can double as trading cards. Even the Bible has a TCG. I have a Mary Magdalene card, seriously! Sadly, the tie-in is often used as a crutch for a poorly designed game, where the collector value is expected to exceed the gameplay, and those games just never last. And finally, Yu-Gi-Oh!, which started out attached to other media, but then became the driving force behind its own merchandise-driven story, dazzling everyone with a high-octane TV show that caused a huge buzz when it first appeared. Merchandise-driven TCGs involve a huge amount of media, toys, peripherals, and other memorabilia to help drive the sales. These sorts of card games come in 2 flavors. Either the protagonists in the show play the actual card game in order to interact with the universe, like with Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Vanguard, or the protagonists are themselves within the universe that the card game simulates, but don't actually play the game, like with Redakai and Hunting. The second kind, for whatever reason, has never been successful. But when you think about it, why did so many card games fail? Many of them peter out less than 2 years from their inception. This is partly because they copy what other games have already done. To make a successful card game, don't look at what others have done and copy them. Look at what others have done successfully and offer something different. Every milestone card game has something fundamentally different to offer from the previous ones. Magic stands as kind of the first milestone, the first real blockbuster trading card game that made it on its own. Pokemon managed to counter it by being attached to a popular franchise that translated well into a card game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Arrived later and wowed everyone with a stunning TV show that was well written and caused a real buzz when it first appeared. These fundamental differences are a big portion of what sets these games apart. Huh. Well, what do you know? I did manage to do a quick little overview on trading card games because 3 games define the entire market. Well, in my thoughts about trading card games, I have discovered a whole bunch of other things about them, and one of which I believe is the actual fundamental cause behind why Redekai was so bad. It felt like Archimedes when he shouted Eureka and ran running naked through the streets of Rome. Only without the naked part. Either way, I figure I'll put them on the internet on my blog as some articles so that people can, like, quotate them and copy them and paste them and put them in other places, because I think this is really important. So, once you're done here, go and check out what I've been putting on my blog, because I think it'll blow your mind. Anyway, that's an overview of trading card games, and until the Oracle Think Tank deck comes out, this is Kohdok signing off.